Superman fans, to your speeding bulletin for the week February 8th to February 14th, 2013. A week which saw heaps of toys revealed at New York Toy Fair, controversy about an anti-gay activist writing Superman, and a week in which I met Russell Crowe in person. Let's jump in and take a look. In movie news, Amy Adams appeared on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno this week, where she spoke and sang about playing Lois Lane in Man of Steel. Sadly, we can't play you the video, but you can check it out easily on NBC.com. Man of Steel stars Henry Cavill and Amy Adams both were in attendance for the 2013 British Academy Film Awards on Sunday at the Royal Opera House in London, England. Henry, who was presenting an award during the ceremony, walked the red carpet beforehand with girlfriend Gina Carano. Amy was nominated in the Best Actress category for her role as a Lady Macbeth type in The Master, but was beaten out for that award by Anne Hathaway for her role in Les Mis. It was a big week for toy announcements, with the 2013 New York Toy Fair taking place this week. Jamie Regal was in attendance for the Superman homepage and sent us over 60 photos of all the Superman toys being released this year, many of them for the Man of Steel movie. We were shown images of Mattel's Movie Master figures, DC collectible statues, action figures, and toys of all shapes and sizes. Visit the Superman homepage for our extensive 4-day photo gallery coverage from New York Toy Fair. A book titled Man of Steel: Inside the Legendary World of Superman by author Daniel Wallace is now available to pre-order. The book will offer a rich selection of materials, from concept art and behind-the-scenes set photography to director commentary and interviews with key creatives. This 160-page book is now available to pre-order from our online store. I managed to grab a quick word with Russell Crowe on Saturday while attending a rugby league trial game played by the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the team which Russell Crowe is a joint owner of here in Australia. While Russell was unable to discuss his role as Jor-El in Man of Steel, he was happy to pose for a photo and promised to see what he could do about securing an interview for the Superman homepage with the powers that be at Warner Brothers. Superman fans in Melbourne, Australia will be able to meet Lois Lane in person when Margot Kidder attends a special Q&A session followed by a screening of Superman the movie at the Astor Theatre in St Kilda on Tuesday, June 2nd. Tickets are on sale through the Astor Theatre website at astortheatre.net.au. Before she heads to Australia, Margot Kidder will be appearing as a special guest at the Lexington Comic and Toy Con in March. The convention will take place across March 16th and 17th at the Lexington Convention Centre in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. In TV news, Superman homepage writer Isaac Frisby has updated our Young Justice animated series episode guide with a summary of the most recent Season 2 episode, War. Isaac has also written his review of this episode, giving it a 5 out of 5, saying, "This is the stuff I've wanted to see all season." Cartoon Network and DC Entertainment have released the episode description, 12 images and 1 preview clip for Complications, the upcoming new episode of Young Justice. In this episode, Black Manta gives Miss Martian 24 hours to live, but that may be more time than Aqualad has, with Sportsmaster and Cheshire on the hunt for his head. Complications airs on Saturday, February 16th at 10:30 AM on Cartoon Network. DC Comics released their May 2013 solicitations this week, and we highlighted for you all the Superman-related comics and products listed. Of special note was Superman number 20, in which Hector Hammond is looking for Superman to save him from the new god known as Orion. And the new Adventures of Superman series, an all-new digital-first series starring the Man of Tomorrow, written and illustrated by some of comics' finest talents. Now, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding one of the men hired to write a story for this new series. Orson Scott Card, best known as the author of Ender's Game, is also well known for being a vocal anti-gay activist. DC Comics has been receiving quite a bit of media attention about this, and has even received threats from fans who plan to boycott the new series over Card's appointment as one of the writers of the new Adventures of Superman series. Comic books we reviewed this week included Young Romance New 52 Valentine's Day Special Number 1, which was reviewed by Michael J. Petty, who gave the Superman Wonder Woman story a 4 out of 5, saying, "I can't wait for more with both characters." Mark Pritchard reviewed Injustice Gods Among Us Chapter 4, giving it a 3 out of 5 for the flimsy convenience of Superman's total enslavement to both his worst and his best fears. Mark also reviewed Smallville Season 11 Chapter 33, saying heavy on active forward motion and full of character, and he rated it a 4 out of 5. Superman comics available this week from February 13th include Injustice Gods Among Us Chapter 5 digital comic is available February 12th. Amy Comic Girls number 5 features Supergirl. Superboy number 17. Smallville Season 11 Chapter 34 digital comic is available February 15th. Young Justice Volume 3 Creature Features trade paperback. All new Metallic Superman by Frank Miller statue. Let the Man of Steel protect your keys with these great looking keychains and keyrings. Get yourself a Lego Superman keychain for just $8.95. Or get a Superman seatbelt buckle keychain for $12.95. These and other great Superman keychains are available from your one-stop Superman shop, the Superman homepage online store at supermanhomepage.com/shop. In other news, DC Comics has launched a new iPad app called Superman Stickers with Sound, which invites you to help Superman by finding and removing the kryptonite his enemies have hidden throughout the galaxy. It's perfect for the little superheroes in your life. You can download the app from the App Store for $2.99. Encores is putting on a revival of the 1966 musical It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman. The production will run at New York City Centre for 7 performances from March 20 through to 24. Visit nycitycentre.org for further details. On the back of our recent evolution of Superman's S-Shield poster, the Superman homepage is now pleased to present to you the changing face of Superman. Whether his hairstyle sports a spit curl or not, whether his chin has a prominent cleft or not, whether his eyes are blue or barely visible at all, there's a certain look to Superman's face and hair that is instantly recognisable. And to highlight as many examples as possible from the past 75 years, we're happy to present to you an enormous chart showcasing over 170 different examples of Superman. Download the poster from the website now. Superman the 1 Minute Musical retells the story of Superman the movie in a 1-minute abridged musical extravaganza. Superman the 1 Minute Musical is part of the Virgin Radio Fake Film Festival. Watch it in full, all 60 seconds of it, on the Superman homepage now. Filmmaker John Schnepp was unable to join us on Radio KAL Live this past Monday night, but he will be joining us on this Monday, February 18th at 8:30 PM Pacific Standard Time to talk about his plans to make a documentary on the never-made Superman Lives movie. Be sure to tune in and listen live. That's all the Superman news there was for the week February 8th, February 14th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Great Scott! Great Scott! Great Scott!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another great edition of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V, and thanks for watching. Orson Scott Card has been chosen to be the writer, or one of the writers, I think, in a move to try and save people's feelings and maybe save themselves a little bit of backlash. They have decided to announce that he's not the writer, he's one of the guest writers. He's one of the guys who is going to be, one of the many who is going to be writing the New Adventures of Superman digital first comic, in which Superman will have his red shorts back and he will not be beholden to the New 52 continuity, which has fans complaining about something new. It's not now whether he has the shorts, it's not now whether he's the mean Superman from the New 52, it's now do we really want this OSC individual as our writer. So DC has said, well, he's not a steady writer, and he's not going to affect any of the continuity books. He's going to be on this off continuity, along with many other what we're calling guest writers. And the reason that this announcement has been made is because I guess there are certain segments of the population that are a bit upset that Card is self-pronounced anti-gay and somewhat an activist about it. Now, for those of you who do not know me and do not understand my take on it, I don't even understand what that means. That's like being anti-baby or anti-Chinese. It's, to me, no different than than saying, I don't like you because you have blue eyes. To say I'm anti a type of person or an anti a thing that someone is, it just seems, I don't even understand, like I said, what it means. I can sort of understand being anti a thing, anti a law, or anti a idea. But you know, being anti-baby or anti-blue-eyed, not exactly. However, I guess these certain people, certain segments of the population, and I can't, you know, obviously you're allowed to buy or not buy or do whatever it is you think you need to do to make your statement or keep yourself happy, have been saying that they need to boycott this book, and DC needs to fire this guy and get a new writer, and you know. Well, as we've said, and it's probably true, at least at this point, it may not have been at the beginning. DC has said that Scott's card is only going to be um, one of the many writers that rotate in on this book. Now, it looks like with the new continuity, the 52, that they go through writers maybe every 12 issues or so, and a new team comes in. With this, the way that they're making it sound, it might be one or two or three, and then someone else will come in. Who knows exactly? And is that the right thing to do? Should they? People have asked me, should they have hired an individual with those kind of views in the first place? Is that kind of contrary to what Superman would believe and what Superman is all about? I'm not that familiar with Card. In fact, I didn't even know that he was anti-gay until I went to the Superman homepage and saw it. You can read the story there. It's a very short little blurb, but apparently he is, and apparently people are upset about him being on a Superman comic. Now, I can completely understand the point of view of being upset. Why? Is it because people aren't allowed to have their own views or their own opinions? Is it because people aren't allowed to follow the edicts of their 2,000-year-old books about religion? No, it's because he's writing a book about the most altruistic, fair toward everyone superhero that there has ever been. This is a guy who believes that everybody gets the same rights as everybody else, that everybody should be free, and being anti a type of thing someone, a type of person someone is indicative of saying that they should not be allowed to be free to do that or be that. And the thing is, if these people, whoever it is that you're anti, aren't hurting someone else and are living their life by the rules of civilized society, um, Superman would certainly not try to infringe upon their freedoms. The only people that, obviously most superheroes, and Superman in specific, try to take the freedoms away from are criminals that are hurting other people. So the question is, should a person that has that idea be writing a book about Superman, or should they maybe be writing a Ku Klux Klan history or something? The thing is that if it doesn't affect the story, and the guy understands the character, and he can get into that mindset when he's writing it, I don't think it really matters. Then you get into the moral question of whether we should hire people like this. Well, then we're getting into all kinds of discriminatory things, and the truth is you can like or not like whatever you like, whether it's wrong or not, whether your ideas are antiquated, you can still have the job. Now, I'm certain the DC wouldn't allow, you know, Card to come in here and start saying that Superman won't save certain types of people because he doesn't believe in their um, proclivity toward whatever way of life it is that they were you know, a part of. That would certainly destroy the character, and DC is not going to allow that sort of thing to go on. DC has a plethora of characters that are of different types, races, sexual orientation, and they're not going to have somebody change Superman for a digital first that's supposed to be the adventures of Superman. I believe that this is their way of giving you a Superman that people can enjoy, who really aren't into the new 52, or who are really longing for the old style Superman where he has the briefs and he's just going on adventures and he's saving people, and there's not a lot of angst or modern depth, as they call it, that does exist in the new 52. I would say that as long as the character doesn't change, it doesn't necessarily call for a boycott. It's actually, you're probably only going to hurt yourself if the story is good, but who knows if enough people boycott and it makes a statement enough, maybe somebody else will get the job and Card won't be there at all. I don't know that we want to take a job away from someone who has openly expressed certain views and certain opinions that he has. We're all allowed to have them, even though I and many of us probably at the Superman fandom believe that it's not really a matter of opinion as to whether or not you should be anti-gay, because people are free to be who they are and be what they are as long as they're not hurting other people. But I don't think it will affect the book, and as I said, I don't believe that DC would allow him to change the character or inflect his own personal views. And from what I've heard from people who have read his stories, he's a good writer who does not get political in his books and does not discuss his own views by putting them into the heads or into the minds or into the words of the characters that he is writing about. I'm interested because I like a new Superman angle. I like a new Superman story, and it'll be neat to see the sort of old-fashioned looking Superman with his briefs, and hopefully it'll have that kind of feel to it, maybe 50s feel, who knows. But I like to have that kind of a book, and I'm looking forward to checking it out. Thanks everybody for watching, and remember, always look up at the sky.